All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go, Terry.
Woo!
Happy
Finally.
Friday to Knicks Nation.
Happy Frank Day, baby.
Happy Frank Day is more like it, Terry.
Ooh, man.
What a win.
Ah,
106, 102. Knicks win. Man, oh man, oh man. Feels good to get a W, man. Feels good to get a W, bro.
it feels amazing. We needed it. You know, last week has just not been good. Leading into this game, season could hardly be going worse, just in terms of going back to opening night with the booing and just the poor play and the lack of spirit, the blowout losses.
Needed this one, man. Needed this one,
Yeah.
Terry, man. Oh boy, oh boy.
Ooh.
Well, so, several storylines to get into this one, man. First and foremost, did you ever think that there would be a game where Frank Ntilikina was the MVP? We needed Frank tonight to bail us out. What a game by Frank, man. Talk to me, man. What you think, bro?
Literally needed him. It's crazy because I remember, early in the season, late in the clock, I'm like, Frank, get it to RJ. Come on, let RJ figure it out. Tonight, RJ struggled. We'll get to that as well. But I genuinely was like, just give it to Frank. I know he's not gonna do something smart. His handle so much better. His confidence is there. I would argue. I know he's done a lot of work to get here. It's not like this was always here. You can clearly see he's playing faster. And he's definitely doing some of those things that Tiz has always emphasized him doing, moving the ball up the court, et cetera, et cetera. But this is the run he's getting now. It just happened to work out this way. Is the run I think you always needed. Let him play. Let him not feel like he's going to get benched if he makes a mistake. Let him go free. Frank, as games go on and as he gets more confident, he pulls more things out of his locker. That's why I'm saying, like, people talk about Tony Allen as a ceiling. Tony Allen wasn't in the NBA at 21, and he wasn't pulling step-back jumpers like that. I'm not saying Frank is going to be any kind of offensive juggernaut, but you've seen this with guys like Siakam, even with Giannis. When these guys who are projects start getting more confident year by year, they just start adding stuff you would have never expected. So I'm like, Frank is 21, man. Let these kids rock. And I'm glad he had this game tonight. Because sometimes he does this stuff and it doesn't show up on the box score. But it
showed up tonight. It showed up tonight, and from the opening tip, Frank put his mark on the game. It was Luka Doncic. We knew he was going to be in for a battle, and he stepped up right away, man, and went toe-to-toe for him, picked him up 94 feet. Listen, Luka Doncic still ended up with 30-something points. Obviously, that's a phenom, but Frank made him work. On the offensive end, he did a great job getting the guys involved. He was the confident Frank, man. The confident Frank. When we say when Frank is confident, everything else picks up. And that's what we saw tonight, man.
Yeah, Frank is a multiplier. He's one of these weird guys. It's a rare trait that just by you doing the right thing on the court, other players seem to smarten up.
Yep.
Why you always see vets talk about him. When we we met Steve Mills and Perry in DC for preseason. And when we spoke to Mills, something he said that was interesting. He said, I know the comments about to go, the chat's about to go crazy about Mills, because I said his name. But what he said, I liked. He said, you know what, Frank is loving the amount of vets on the team. And Frank always struck me as like this weird kind of old vet, old soul, Benjamin Button type dude. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
he just wants to do the right thing out there. He's like an old guy in a young guy's body. And now that we have vets and, you see him and Taj, I love that potential.
Bro.
And smart guys out there making smart decisions on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and I'm going to get to Taj in a second, man. But like you said, when you first started, because RJ didn't have it tonight, we truly needed Frank out there tonight. RJ didn't have it tonight. Randle was just in his turnover bag, and he was ready to lose it for us. Frank was that calming force, bro.
He was.
Frank was the stabilizing force on tonight's win, because that game was about to break down in the late third quarter. When they put in Portis, ISO, and Kev defensively, and Luka and Porzingis were still out there, they broke down. And we had a 12-point lead. It quickly evaporated to 4 to close out the quarter. And I thought, again,
I know.
The thing you don't think is like, damn, We need Frank in here right now to save the game, bro. We need Frank in here to save the game. Unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable. Both ends running back, getting blocks on. It's insane.
The chase down block on Tim Hardaway Jr. Come on, man.
What?
Come on, man.
I never liked Timmy anyway, so that made me double.
Oh man, that was beautiful. And Timmy was building the brick house early, man. He wanted the story to be about him. He was all in his feelings. He was tight.
Oh, Timmy. He's an emotional dude, right? Yeah. One night he's there, one night he's there. You can't trust him. But what Frank did tonight, and this is crazy because the impact he's having defensively, he still has so much weight he can put on.
Yep.
He's still not getting respect from the rest at all.
Yep.
Right? These are things that come with defensive players over time. This kid is 21. I struggle. There are a couple killer dudes out there. Matisse Thybulle in Philly's killing it. Jonathan Isaac is a beast as well. Yeah. In terms of perimeter defenders, like since I've been watching basketball, I can't remember how many guys have been this intelligent on that end. It's not just like aggression or how Shumpert used to play D pretty hard. Frank is like a genius almost defensively with how he rotates and knows what to do. And now it's coming on the offensive end as well. That's your point guard. And you know what? Fizdale's got to say it. I'm like, if you want to
coming along, man.
You got to say it, Fizz. Like, lock it in. Let people know.
It's coming along. The chase down block on Timmy. Coming back for the wide open three. Yo, Frank was in his bag tonight, man. Frank was absolutely... I mean, you saw him pestering Porzingis a couple times on the switches and making it hard for Porzingis out there. And, give credit. Porzingis was in his bag tonight. He looked good. He looked good.
He did. That's KP.
Yeah.
Listen, to me with the KP thing is not necessarily is he good or not. We saw him at the Garden.
Yeah.
The dude has a crazy potential. But do you want to have to max that guy? And given all the baggage, how would it have turned out? Honestly, tonight gave me a lot of... I mean, I had closure in the sense of I didn't really care about it anymore. Mm-hmm. But watching him, I didn't even feel anger towards him tonight, to be honest. I was like, KP's cool, let him rock out.
It's no hard feelings, man. It's no hard feelings. Again, it's just, it didn't work out. Didn't work out between the two sides. We'll probably never find out what the truth is until maybe he's retired, and by then we probably won't care. And it just is what it is. We move on. There were several other storylines in tonight's game, man. Marcus Morris. Let's go to Mook. Once again, Mook, we call him the Dollar Tree version of Melo. Once again, Mook in his bag, almost 50% for the field, 29 points, 9 boards, 5 or 6 from the line. Mook definitely recovered from the Detroit game, man. What'd you think about Mook tonight?
Mook, you got to upgrade him to Whole Foods Melo or something.
Yeah. I mean, this is the MVP of the team right now, man. Forget Julius. We need Mook's offense out there, man.
We need him, and you consider, right? Julius, Mook, and Portis were the 3, most expensive signings. Mook is the one completely living up to that right now. Like, had Julius been executing as Mook had so far, we'd be over the moon with Julius, calling him an all-star. Mook is playing above and beyond. I know he's still going to be the main trade candidate, and on both ends, whether he stays with us or whether he gets traded, what he's doing now is going to be good for the franchise. I think he's going to have a career high year in terms of maybe all his counting stats. He's getting opportunity here to show out.
He's beasting right now, bro.
He's beasting.
What's he beasting.
Like 29 points
29 points again, man.
Man, yeah.
29 points again. Here we are thinking that the all-star on the team was going to be Randle. It could be Mook in this early stretch, man. I'm telling you, this dude is on fire right now.
Yeah, and it's someone you could trust. I know we have a lot of complaints about the ISO offense at times, but you can see it getting better game to game. But sometimes you need a bucket. You know what I mean? And be able to throw it in a Mook, then hit a step back. I mean, he's hitting contested jumpers like it was nothing today.
Yo, he was looking like a bootleg Melo, man. It's crazy. I'm like, yo, where did this come from? It was crazy, man. It was crazy. Unsung Hero Award goes to Taj, without a doubt. Back to what you were saying, Taj. This was Taj's best game of the season. We were down Mitch, obviously going up against a 7-3 KP. We needed that size out there. I think Taj along with Frank set that tone defensively to start the game. He played tough, and in the offensive end, man, he was just in the right spots, getting guys in order, setting the screens like he did in the Detroit game very well. I thought Taj was unsung hero tonight, man. What do you think?
Taj is my guy. I was telling people all summer, listen, people were acting like he was just a throwaway. Like, guys that are smart, that have been in the league, that have been on winning teams, they're in the NBA for a reason. Taj Gibson, like you said, he knows where to be. On a young team where you see guys like Mitch sometimes just kind of not knowing what he's doing out there. Even Randle, we get to him as well with his struggles. Just, there's a lot going on there. But Taj knows the right place to be at the right time. And you put him and Frank out there, you at least have two guys out there who literally don't care about anything but winning. So whatever, they're doing the little things, they're hedging on screens, they're putting that extra effort, they're moving the ball. Having those two guys and then you combine it with guys who can make shot makers, athletic guys, you can really start building something. And I think, when Mitch comes back, Mitch and Frank, hopefully you see Mitch's IQ improve as well. Because you got such an anchor at the 1 and 5 defensively. Like the Knicks could literally be like a top 5, top 10 defense for a decade off of those two. Because those two are talented on that end. And Taj, I love what we saw from him tonight. Fizz did well. Got to give him credit, letting Taj rock in this matchup. Like you said, understanding what he was going against with KP.
Yeah.
So I think I don't want to see Portis, Randle, Mook again.
It's tough, man. It's tough on both ends. And Portis, give credit. Portis had a solid first half when he came in off the bench. And thankfully, Fizz said he wants to lock him in on that bench role. And that's the best thing I heard Fizz say all season long. Is keep Portis coming off the bench, man. That's the role that I like for him. And listen, I think overall, the way we set the tone tonight also is that we asserted ourselves from a physical standpoint. Dallas is more of a finesse team. They really didn't have anybody that could hold our bigs in the paint. And between Mook, between Randle, between Portis, I thought they did a really good job asserting themselves in the paint.
Yeah, that was a talking point before the game. Obviously, the Knicks having some insight into KP, it felt like how we matched up with KP ended up setting the tone for everything else. So they inserted their will. Bobby's still really slow on defense sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's killing me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I think I tweeted a couple of weeks ago that Bobby Portis plays defense sometimes. Like if you're watching something and the audio is like a second ahead of the words of the person speaking on TV, and it just feels a little bit off. That's how it feels sometimes on defense. Is like he think he has the right idea, but then he stepped a second too late. But like you said, he gave us some good energy. It's that energy we're talking about. Get him in that 6-man role. And for Fizz, I love to hear Fizz say things that sound like commitments, right?
Yeah.
Because that's one thing with Fizz.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That sounded like a commitment to me, so I loved it. I love what I heard from Fizz tonight, man.
Right, and I'm interested to hear his post-game in the coming days because you can definitely see things coming together in terms of the lineup and rotations. Dot and Trier, we're going to see how we work them in. Now, Dennis is back, so we still got a little bit more work to do.
Yeah. Dotson and Trier coming in for Ellington, man. What'd you think? I thought Dotson gave us some pretty decent minutes. Even ISO, I thought in the first half they gave us some pretty decent minutes. I thought we should have looked to go to Dot for some defense out there when things started to collapse in the third and early fourth, but luckily we came back and won.
Yeah, Dot, I've been waiting for him to play. Wayne has been struggling a little bit last few games. I think Fizz gave Wayne a decent run. If it had gone on another couple more games, I think I would have started getting really upset. Dot worked his way back from the shoulder stuff. And honestly, if you look at the little spot minutes he's been getting, he's been solid every single time. And listen, Dot and Frank have some chemistry, so we're going to see a little bit of that. I think Zoe tonight, we saw some good, some bad, but also he's still playing out of position. I think, getting Dennis back is going to be huge, giving us a change of pace. Coming in with the second unit, giving RJ a break from ball handling, not forcing Trier out of position. So what I really want to see, man, is just Fizz stick with something. I see you're getting, you can see, even with some of the bad losses, things are making more and more sense. When he gets there, just please stick with it. Let that team run for a while. Don't be doing this up and down thing because he did it last year and we kind of gave him a pass, but you could already hear from the fan base, it's not going to fly this year.
Nah, it's not going to fly. Definitely not going to fly. What did we say? We said RJ didn't have it. Dot ISO coming off the bench instead of Ellington. And you know what? Like I said, I rode with Ellington in the beginning. I understood what Fizz saw in trying to get him some playing time. But like I said, if he doesn't have it, I'd like to go see Dotson for extended minutes. First half, he did all right. Second half, we never went back to him. But like I said, that's all for naught. Of course, Terry, this was going to come down to free throws, man.
Oh, God,
You knew. Ultimately, whether it was today or tomorrow, this game was going to come down to free throws, our Achilles heel, number one Achilles heel of this season, and we almost blew it, man. When are we going to make our fruit? RJ was terrible from the line. Randle was atrocious from the line. We saw Taj miss 2 in the clutch. I mean, cardiac Knicks, man.
Cardiac Knicks, man. We can't even get an easy one. We were 18 for 31.
18 for 31 from the stripe.
Insane. 58%. And this has been a trend all season long. You know, we saw early in the season when we weren't losing as badly as past couple games. You add up the free throws, not even get 100%, getting to 80-something%, we win that game. And tonight, it would have been an ultimate choke job at that point, because that was insane. You know, even when RJ went up, I was kind of like, all right, RJ, it's clutch time, it's money time. I know you're gonna get it. His free throws, I've been trying to ignore it, but it's definitely it's a real issue.
It's a real issue.
Yeah, I could see him shooting 50% this season, if even, and it's something he's gonna have to work on. But it's all focus, and with RJ, you know, I'm not worried. That's the thing with him. I'm not worried about anything, because I feel like the more he gets knocked down, the more motivated he's going to be to fight back.
I agree.
And work out and make sure it's not a weakness anymore.
Yeah.
So all these lumps are good for him. Look, RJ's getting the rookie treatment.
Yeah.
He got the Kyrie.
Oh, he was getting no calls tonight, boy. They were throwing him all over the place, man.
He got no calls tonight. He got the Kyrie step back. He got the Jason Tatum winner.
Oh, yeah.
He had a rough night tonight. Yeah. KP blocked him a couple of times.
He did. KP did block him, man. He's getting indoctrinated into the NBA quite nicely, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a little bit of the issues that you might have had with him pre-draft, which is he doesn't have elite athleticism, and he's using his strength to get to the rim a lot.
That's it, yeah.
You know, you can definitely gonna be a guy who gets blocked until he gets a little bit stronger. And you know, you saw more of the struggles tonight, but he still competed. You know, I like to see him go through these games. And look, still 8 boards. That's one thing. He's going to rebound every game. Yeah. He's going to give the effort. I'm not worried about him, but I got to ask you, this is now like 3 or 4 games in a row of RJ struggling. How about those minutes?
Hey, listen, the minutes has been a hot topic since earlier this week, man. And you know, you've seen so many people on both sides of the argument, whether it's players, former players on both sides, you know, the quote-unquote experts, the scouts and all of that. We'll see. Let's give it some more time and see. I think the way RJ's game is predicated, the fact that he's really not efficient with his jump shot, these nights are going to come. I think these nights will come more often than not. I'm not sure if it's a product of he's tired, he doesn't have his legs, or he just had an off night. You know what I mean? But so let's see what happens Sunday against Cleveland.
Cleveland can't defend. So that's a great game for RJ to get back in the groove. You know, hopefully it's a nice, solid game. You can get some guys some run. I mean, Dennis is going to be back.
Dennis will be back,
That would be a nice, you know, easy win if there's such a thing in Knicks land.
Hopefully, man. And last takeaway before we get to the phone, salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up on this Friday night. Knicks, hit that thumbs up for a win, man. Let's hit a record tonight for a win. You know these things don't come so often here on this show. So let's hit that thumbs up. We got Terry in here. Jay Ellis always misses the wins, so that's why. When Terry said he was going to come through for the show, I had a good feeling we were going to get this W. Because Jay Ellis always misses the wins, man. I'm telling you.
I'm going to trash him next time I see him.
I'm telling you, man.
It's been him. People chanting for Dolan. It's been Jay Ellis.
It's been Jay Ellis the whole time. Lastly, man, if Julius would just slow down, bro.
When you sighed, I knew exactly what you were about to talk about.
If Julius would just slow down, Julius. Oh, my God. I mean, Julius had us begging for Frank to take control of the game, Terry. That's where it's gotten to, man. That's where it's gotten to.
Listen, Julius looks like a fullback. They just took a fullback and they put him on the court. And you could see he's athletic, but he just out there fumbling.
Oh my God!
He looks like a football player out there. I mean, listen.
If he would just slow down, bro.
Yeah, he needs to take a beat. You saw, which I like to see from Frank. Later on, I saw Frank calling for the ball. Julius still ignored him. Yeah. But at least Frank was calling.
Yeah.
So I like to see. I want to see. You know, I think as Frank plays better, hopefully, and you know, Fizz emphasizes it, he'll get the ball in that case. Because it's scary watching Julius bring the ball up.
Oh man,
I'm bracing for the worst.
Oh man, and you know, I don't know whose fault is it. Is it Fizz's fault for running those plays, or is it Frank? Because some of that time it's Frank. Like as soon as he's getting over the half court line, he's passing it to Julius. And there was a couple times down the stretch in the fourth. I'm like, Frank, keep the ball, man. Do not give it. And then Julius is taking it from the top of the key and trying to go with it.
Yeah, listen, it's going to be interesting.
Man.
It's going to be interesting to see because Julius was doing some of that even with Peyton. Now, maybe not as much. I think it feels to me sometimes, too, that maybe Fizz has really simplified it on offense for Frank. To the point where, Fizz said a couple of days ago that Frank is doing exactly what he wants him to.
Mm-hmm.
And that half-court pass that he makes definitely seemed by design most of the time. But, today, Frank, when he hit that step-back jumper, that was him making a call.
Oof.
You know what I mean? So now on when it comes to setting it up, and I could see Frank likes to get people organized.
Oh, yeah.
He knows where people should be. So what you want to see as he gets better and as he grows is him demanding that ball and the guys on the team respecting him enough. I could see a guy like Morris doing it because I saw Morris and Frank in the post game, and you could see like the respect is there.
Yeah.
Julius, I don't think it's there yet.
Slow
Julius,
down, bro.
Yeah, but he's got to slow down.
Man, please, man.
Like he's like a freight truck he's running in. I'm just like, oh God, man.
I already have a love-hate relationship with Portis. Like, that's the one guy that like, tonight he had a great game. Sunday night he'll probably be terrible. I can't deal with Julius being that guy either, man. Just one knucklehead on the team, man. We can only afford that, bro.
All right? I mean, Julius is doing too much. That's really what it is. He's just doing way too much.
Way too much.
I thought Julius would get 20 and 10 hardly handling the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I literally thought him just being a force under the rim.
Right.
Some quick moves, some putbacks would get him to 20 and 10. But like I said, I really want to see when we get a real point guard back because right now, when Frank goes out, we're struggling in terms of who's going to be running the offense.
True.
So getting Peyton and DSJ back, we at least get some more evidence as to whether it's just like a Frank thing, helping Frank through the offense because he's not a breakdown type of point guard, or is this just a long-term plan from Fizz, where maybe Fizz thinks that if he lays the groundwork with Julius now, at some point later this season, now Julius is this killer point forward, and you can't stop him.
Yeah.
Because I'll say this: if that is what Fizz believes, then at least that makes sense to me.
Right.
Because if it's not that, then I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, man. Well, it's good to get a win, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. This is #1 show for the fans, by the fans. CP from Knicks Fan TV. My man Terry from the Terry and Trey Show checking in for Jay Ellis. Jay Ellis' birthday coming up this week, so, he's out on the town and all that stuff. Again, priorities, Terry, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Jay Ellis. He's probably listening right now. Jay Ellis, man. Yeah, man. Let's get to the phones. First up joining us is Quentin from Long Island. He wants to talk about Frank's game tonight. Quentin, how you doing, bro? Yep.
I'm doing good, fellas. How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing, bro?
What's up, man?
Good. For the Frank Ntilikina haters out there, us as Knicks fans have, been subjected to, one and done players, like, they come and go or whatever the case may be. We got to let these guys develop into the players they're supposed to be. And Frank Ntilikina from day one has been, this defensive. He's great on the ball, but more than anything, he's great as a team defender.
Yeah.
He could guard 1, 2, 3, and sometimes 4, depending on who the 4 is that we're playing. But he can switch off on the there's so much that he's great at that, and he seems like
appreciate the call, Quentin. Your connection was kind of funny, man. Let me just test the phones, make sure it's not my end. Esau from Buffalo, you up next, man. How you feeling, bro?
Oh, I feel like Christmas, man. I feel like Christmas. What's going on? What's going on, CP?
Good, man. How you feeling, man? Talk to us, man.
Man, I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good. There's one thing I will admit, is that I was one of the Frank haters. I can't front. Okay? I'm starting to see him, coming into his own. And I remember a couple of years ago, I forgot the kid's name who retired from San Antonio. His French
Tony Parker.
Yeah.
Right there he is, TP. He said the Knicks should give Frank a chance. And when he said that, I said, come on, man. But now I'm eating crow right now.
Yeah.
I'm eating crow right now. And CP, you don't have a poker face because the last joint I watched, even though I said I wasn't when we lose, man, you was looking like you had a black cloud over your head, man. CP, you look like the Kool-Aid man now, man. Oh, yeah.
Hey, listen, Esau, and I tell you guys all the time, man, these wins ain't going to be too frequent, Terry. You know what I mean? When you see a good game, hey, be happy for the night, man, because tomorrow night we might be pulling our hair out. So just be happy tonight, man.
Definitely. One point I want to make quick, what he just mentioned. Tony Parker, I remember exactly what he said. He said, Frank is going to be good one day. He's definitely going to be a good player. I don't know if New York is going to give him the time. That's exactly what he said, pretty much.
He said that.
And listen, I've been a super Frank fan from the jump because what he did tonight, you would see bits and pieces of it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You see that. You know, when he went off against the Hornets last year and scored like 16 in the quarter, like, I'm looking at him like, that guy is going to get buckets someday. I don't know when it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be in New York. But my guy went to the World Cup, saved his Knicks career, and now he's really making a claim, man. He's telling people I'm here, and it's good to see.
Man, what about when he tried to dunk on Porzingis, man?
We didn't even talk about that.
We would have built a statue for him in New York. We would have retired his jersey if he would have got that dunk off, man. Oh, my goodness, bro.
I had to rewind it. So in FIBA, he tried something very similar. Same result.
Yes.
He didn't finish it off. But I remember when you saw it, Knicks Twitter woke up and we were like, whoa, okay. And he took it right at him. I'm waiting. The Frank poster is coming. I don't know if it's going to be this year. It's coming. You can see he's looking for it a bit more. And he's one of those tricky guys who seems to have more athleticism than you think sometimes.
If he would have caught that, bro.
Oh man,
I got the dunk right behind me. I don't know, man. That might have beat the dunk, bro. That might have beat the dunk, ladies and gentlemen. That might have been up there. I might have taken the dunk down. I'm telling you, man.
I might still be screenshotting that and making it a poster as if you made it.
Oh, I got a good one. Yeah, I got it. So my man Chris has sent me a good one. It would make a dope masterpiece, man. I'm telling you. Man,
listen, it's all been, you know, I heard someone on Twitter. He called the whole Frank thing. He said it's the Nilla prophecy, right? Meaning, if you go back and you know, when you think about it, it's really crazy it's come to this because there have been so many things here that you thought was gonna end Frank, right? There have been 9 point guards who've been here since he's been here. It's you know, the GM that drafted him, Phil being the president, GM, everything gets fired, right? So a new regime comes in. He's almost traded. Early in the season that he's almost traded on draft night. And draft night felt like that was it. He goes to the World Cup, has a good World Cup, but then happens to play the USA and then really proves to everyone he's legit.
Yeah.
He comes to the team and, you know, he's doing well, he's playing hard, whatever. And then crazy circumstances happen. And again, he's forced to be the starter. And again, now he proves it. So it's crazy. You know, you look back this summer, we were supposed to get star players and point guards. There's no thought that Frank would be the starting point guard when we were looking into free agency, thinking of what could happen. Thanks. And here we are today. Like, it's kind of crazy it's come to this, but this is what it means to draft a project.
You did call him a project, man. Good call. Yeah. Back to the phones. Let's go to the president of the Frank Ntilikina fan club. I mean, he must be speaking in French tonight. His name is Max from the Bronx. Max, talk to us, man. How you feeling tonight?
Bonjour, everybody. Bonjour. CP.
What's good, bro?
Terry, what's going on? Listen. Point guard situation is finished. It's done. It's over. We're not doing this no more. It's done. Dennis Smith, hi. Welcome back. Get on the bench, Papa. That's it. It's over. I don't want to hear from you no more. It's done. Do you know he was the most dominant defensive player in the entire game?
Frank
had 5 blocks.
Frank was out for blood tonight, man.
This guy was going like 4 people.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
This guy's like a defensive genius. I've never seen some shit like this in my life. and these stupid
yeah,
fans.
My guy. I love it.
He can't make a jumper right now. I said, no, bro, young. He's young. He just needs confidence. He needs to stop looking behind his back because of this stupid-ass coach. But let me not get on this today. It is done. This guy, he had a chase down block. He's a point guard. Then he came up back to the other end and hit a three. Then, I don't know if you guys noticed this, he's saucing up Luka.
He did. When he caught him on that baseline whip around pass, he definitely caught Luka, man.
Yep.
And then crazy pass to Julius, and Julius actually hit a shot. I was like, you can't even take the guy out. You take the guy out, the team looks so much worse.
Yeah.
Do you know with Frank and Mitch, you're going to have a top 5 defensive team easily with no problem? You know,
that's true.
Literally, this is the game where there's no more talk, no more conversation. I know Ari, I know you're listening.
Ari's on deck, man. We got to hear from Ari next, man.
Tell him, don't you call him down here and downplay Frank. It's done.
All right, man.
CP, Terry, you have a good night.
All right, Max. Appreciate it, man. Max from the Bronx laying it down. All right, that was Max, man. He's calling out Ari tonight, so let's get Ari in here, see what he has to say. Ari, what's up, man? Talk to us, Ari. The chat is waiting to hear from you, man. Can't talk about ISO tonight, Ari. Talk to us, man. How you feeling?
Let me hear it.
No. Listen, at least I didn't have to see any Wayne Ellington today, so that was good. But I don't know if Max is on the phone right now, but if he's looking for a vice president of the Frank Ntilikina fan club, I think I might be a good choice.
Wait. Oh my God, he's a turncoat tonight. Tonight. Ari's ready to come
for one night. I gotta be a turncoat.
Come on, man. I mean, if you can't see the way that this guy can help this team win games, bro. If tonight didn't change your mind, I mean, I don't know what will.
No, listen. He had an amazing game. He played well on both sides of the ball. Obviously, defense was never the issue with him. It was always his offense, and I couldn't believe it. He was hitting his shots, which was pretty great, and just the aggressiveness, him trying to dunk on KP. I actually saw emotion out of the guy for the first time in his entire career, besides when he had that run in with LeBron. But this is the first time where he had it seemed like he had a little bit of a Mamba mentality, which was something that I mean, listen, I've been hitting the devil's lettuce a little bit, but I couldn't believe what I was seeing right there. That was. I didn't even know if that was real life what he was doing over there.
Yeah, you telling me, man. Me and you both, bro. I couldn't believe what I was seeing out there. Man.
I couldn't believe it. No, but listen. If he isn't with him, it comes down to his shot. If he could hit, the shot, and I don't know if that's a confidence thing or if that's a mechanics thing, or if that's just a rhythm thing. But if he could hit his shots, then listen, I'm down to be the vice president of the fan club. But there's the one thing that I think that we the one thing that I think also helped us a lot is that Tim Hardaway Jr. was on the other team tonight.
that was the saving grace, Terry. The saving grace was that Timmy was on the other side of the court trying to win the game for his team, and we all know how that will turn out for you.
Brick City.
Oh my God!
Man.
Now
Brick
I know.
City, bro.
He was. Oh my God! I thought Julius Randle's bad, and I still think we should trade him. But on nights like tonight, you just realize that, thank God, there's no Tim Hardaway Jr. on this team. So at least we don't have to deal with that stuff. But great win, and I forgive me for my Frank sins.
Okay,
I apologize.
All right. Ntilikina Hive, he's coming back into the chat. He's crawling back to the chat as a member of the Ntilikina Hive. You guys in the chat, man, you got to let him have it. Are you going to let him into the Hive tonight? Just for tonight, or are you gonna let him have it, man? Ari's coming back into the chat. Let him have it, man.
Yo, CP, I'm looking at something I mentioned earlier, right? With some of these project guys, they almost have no ceiling because you almost see them just step by step learning basic things and getting better. Clarence Gaines, obviously, he was a scout.
Oh yeah. He came out hyped tonight. Clarence Gaines was hyped tonight.
He was hyped, and he tweeted something that's so interesting. He said, I would scare you guys if I told you how good I thought Frank could be when he was drafted. Time will tell, but his upside is higher than the mess I've been reading the past 2 years. listen, I know we keep comparing him to like these, Thabo Cephalosha and Tony and Roberson and Tony Allen. They don't this his offensive game, at least what he's shown so far, is far beyond them, and they were in their mid to late 20s.
Yeah, he's way beyond what Tony Allen could do. Tony Allen was a prototypical 3-and-D guy. I think what you've seen from Frank is I'm still not sure if he's a point guard, but at the very least, he's a guy that can be out there as an extra facilitator, which is not a bad thing, and be a 3-and-D guy, a lockdown defender, you know what I mean, at multiple positions. I mean, how can you not see that as a winning basketball player?
Exactly. Thing is, like you said, we're not sure if he's going to be the main lead guard, but he has to play.
It's
to
play.
So clear
that
when he's on the court, the defense is it's insane, and you consider how many bad defenders we have.
Yeah.
As we become a better team, guys get better.
True story.
The kind of unit you could build with Frank, RJ, and Mitch all locked in.
Hey,
it would be, and they're young. These kids are 20, 21. Like, that's insane. The Knicks all about defense.
True story.
Let's bring back the 90s. You're talking about 90s basketball? That's what I'm talking about for a decade. I'd love to see that.
That's it, man. Let's check in the chat. We got the Frank Ntilikina Hive is buzzing right now in the chat. Shout out John Louis checking in from Paris. He's proud of Frank. We got Hard-Headed Charlie says Frank is a new Penny Hardaway. We got Sammy Soso says Frank equals French Draymond Green. Oh boy, over,
man. When he's doing that free safety thing, where you could he's almost like a center the way he anchors the defense.
I'm telling you,
man. Doing it at the perimeter. You wonder what that defense will look like in his prime, and he's stronger, more confident.
Totally
and
agree.
the referees give him calls. He's gonna blanket the court.
Totally agree, man. And Ari has officially changed his name to Ari Michael Ntilikina. So Ari's he's in the Hive. He's officially in the Hive as such. So okay, welcome Ari in the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat once again, man. We got over 1,200 watching on Knicks Fan TV on YouTube. Salute to everybody watching on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. The Nick of Time show program right now. Jay Ellis is out on a date, but we got my man Terry from the Terry and Trey show filling in seamlessly on tonight's win, the second win of the season. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new so we can shout you guys out. Also, throw your cities in the chat, man. Let us know where you guys are checking in from. The Ntilikina Hive is heavy in the chat right now. Let us know where you guys are checking in from, man. All right, let's go back to the phones. Real quick, I just want to shout out. We had several super chats come in, so I just want to shout you guys out and say thank you very much. Conley P, appreciate it. He says 4 for 5 from 3, 6 steals. Underrated. We didn't touch on those from the box score. So salute to Conley for pointing that out. Hey, 4 for 5 from downtown. Better 3-point percentage than free throws tonight, Terry. One of those nights, man.
Listen, lock these guys. One of those nights, man. They're missing it every game.
Every game.
Lock them in the gym.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing. Like that ending. So imagine if you lost the game off of 4 missed.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the shoe to drop at the free throw line, man.
Come on, Mooka's hitting it. I think Mook's in like the high 80s, or mid 80s for the season so far. But you gotta lock these guys in. They gotta focus. We're gonna be too decent a team to leave points. I mean, we're not gonna be good enough to leave points on the line like that every night. You know what I mean? Actually, a guy like RJ, man. Listen, RJ's efficiency is gonna be bad regardless. I never believed in his 3-point shooting that we saw early. I'm like, he's not gonna shoot 40.
No.
You know what I mean? Hopefully he can settle around 32, 33, which would be pretty good. Decent for him.
Right.
But for him, he's got to hit free throws because as the games get harder, as teams key in on him more, he's going to have more nights like this where he struggles to get to the basket.
Absolutely.
But when he does get there and gets fouled, he can't leave those points on the line. RJ had 3 points tonight, and he was 1 for 6 on the line. 5 for 6. It's a different game. You're talking about an 8-and-8 night instead of a 3-and-8 night.
We should have been up by a lot more at certain points of this game, but the free throws killed us. Robert Parrish sends us a super chat. He says, Frank, consummate team player, scoring and lockdown baller. Giants could use him on Sunday. I definitely agree with that. Jesse Cook sends us a super chat from Australia. Says free throw tank squad was going hard tonight. That's for sure. Shout out Justin Arroyo sends us a super chat. He says, listener from the beginning of the year. Thank you for all the content. Watch all the videos. Salute to the live streams. And he says, imagine if Frank slammed it on KP. Michael Parker sends us a super chat as well. He says, salute to CP and Terry. I counted 8 times that RJ got fouled and no call. The rest were trash tonight. Yeah, RJ definitely did not get any love from the referees tonight. But one thing we know about RJ, he's tough, he's resilient, and he'll definitely bounce back. King J number 22, salute to the Super Chat. He says, great win. He goes, I'll never doubt Frank again. Oh, boy, he's all the way in. He's all the way in. Well,
listen, man, he plays defense. This is the thing. It's always been this for me. I'm like, if a guy plays defense like that, you know what I mean? You can figure it out. You can figure it out. People think you can teach defense.
No.
I'm telling you, you can't. Yeah. Listen, it's easier to teach offense, man.
Absolutely.
Because the awareness you need, I see guys trying and just making bad mistakes. Randle on defense is atrocious, and he put a clause in his contract to, I think, first team all defense or something to get more money. He's not getting that. So
the thing with Frank, like you said, is that he has the instincts on both sides that you can't teach. He has the defensive and offensive IQ. It's just getting his jumper intact and his confidence so that he's not always passive, so that he's not giving it up to Julius at the top of the key. You know what I mean? And walking into a turnover and really command the ball and lead and run the offense, run the team. Because he's capable of doing it.
And he's going to grow. Listen, point guard is the hardest position to learn in this league. And one thing with Frank, as we talk about this as well, you know, you're building a team, you're building lineups, you're building concepts, you're building things that work. You're not just putting guys who can score or star guys at every position. Frank and RJ, you give RJ Barrett, who projects to be maybe our main guy, our main scorer, you're now letting him rest on defense every night. That's team building. You know what I mean? That's really building a long-term sustainable thing. There might be, you know, point guard. I mean, and Frank has to keep this up. Obviously, this is not just it. He has to do this and show his worth over the season.
True story.
But you might get a point guard who may score more and may just look more fluid. But if RJ's now having to be the main defender and RJ's more tired as a result, in the end, what was better? And Frank, to me, you put him on the court, I feel like things just look better out there across the court. Both sides, even if he's not the direct impact every time. He's just making things smarter. He does a smart thing.
True story. Yep. Back to the phones. Let's go to Dallas. My man Q is out there. Q, you were supposed to go to the game tonight. Let me know what's up, man. Did you make it to the game tonight?
Yeah, I made it to the game, CP, man. I had to go, man. I had to represent, man. You know, being a Brooklyn boy, you can't go out there and just be a sucker. Even though I was scared to death. But but I sent my boy. I picked up my boy. He's a huge Mavericks fan, and I took him with me. So I told him, "You're a loser tonight, baby. You're a sucker." So it was a good game, man. Everybody was looking at me crazy, like, "Who is number 11?" I was like, I don't know who either. I was like, who is this guy? So it was a dope feeling because, you know, when the Knicks win here, my whole rest of the year is fine with me. So I appreciate them giving effort. I'll tell you this, man. We can actually be a good team. We just really have to understand that defense is part of the game.
Yep.
And we play good defense today. You know, KP got his, Luka got his, but the Mavericks got, you know, it says a lot more about the Mavericks. You know, they're in the West. And in the West, you can't lose games against teams like us. So, for some reason, we play great when we come to Dallas. And,
2 years
you know,
in a
Randle
row.
had a good game. He did have a moment where I was like, oh, man, he done had some Popeye chicken sandwiches and start fumbling the ball. So, you know, I was getting nervous. But if we got to get these free throws right. If we want to win games, we got to. I've never seen a team where at least 7 guys couldn't hit a free throw. And shout out to my man Ari, man.
Ari came around, man. Ari came home on this Friday night, man. He must have had a good drink, man. He must have had a good drink. He must have had a good night tonight.
But that's my man in the chat though, because he takes care of me. But to his credit, Fizz messed up ISO. He messed him up. We're gonna need a guy to come off the bench and put some buckets in. So Fizz better let ISO just loose and do his thing. So, you know, that sucked, but good win tonight, fellas. On to Cleveland. And hopefully we can, you know, get things right and get the ship right and do our thing. But Great one tonight, fellas.
Appreciate the call,
Good
Q.
job
Glad
today,
you went to the
fellas.
game and enjoyed yourself, man. Good call, man. Good call. Yeah, you know, Terry, I think the thing with ISO tonight was, listen, he had to play point guard, and we know that's just not his strength. Unfortunately, we know what ISO's strength is, and once we get some reinforcements at the point guard position, I think then you'll be able to slide him back into where he fits best, and that's to provide that instant offense off the bench.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, we've seen ISO try to play point guard for 2 seasons now. We saw it Summer League. That first year we saw it to start the season.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. I mean, listen, emergency right now, so it's fine. He can handle and he can penetrate, so that's good. But, you know, he's someone who's also really out of rhythm. You can tell he's pressing out there, making some bad decisions. His defense has been pretty bad, to be honest. I think that's why he's not getting as many minutes. So as Fizz, one thing with Fizz, we spoke about this earlier, right? Let's get into a real rotation. Let guys know who's going to play. Let's know what's going to happen every night. I think we're going to see these guys look so much better. If Zoe, you know, as we get a point guard back, as Zoe settles into maybe being the 2 off the bench, if it's him or Dot or whatever we do, I think all of these guys will just start feeling more comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I could see Zoe, you know, you can see him caught in 2 minds. You see him trying to pass and trying to not live up to his name. But then other times he needs to do it, and you could see him kind of just struggling out there. So I just really hope as the games go on, Fitz just settles in on something he believes in that makes sense, that the numbers support, and we could just see that go on for 20, 30 games.
Agreed.
And not feel like we're just up in the air. Like, I don't want Frank to have because listen, Frank is going to have a bad game again.
Yeah.
Frank didn't just figure out basketball.
Yeah.
Frank is definitely going to have like a 3-point, you know, 2 assists, 4 or 5 foul game or whatever, but you can't go away from him. That's when you know, lack of continuity really.
You got to stay with him.
Guys,
you got to stay with him, man. The emotions from this kid tonight was something you hadn't seen, and the best part I love was when RJ missed those 2 free throws, and they came together as a team, man. The whole team. It was Mook, it was Randle, Taj, RJ, and Frank, man, and they were just picking each other up. They were picking RJ up. Frank was in his ear, like, you know, don't worry about it. And I just love that leadership from him too tonight. Love from everybody. Taj as well, man. Like I said, Taj's contributions to tonight's win were vastly underrated. Vastly underrated.
Big time. Listen, Taj was stretching the floor in preseason, hitting some of those threes. He had a couple of jumpers tonight. I like him out there. Let's work Mitch back in slowly. Obviously, got to make sure he's right with everything. But listen, Taj gives you stability. You know, at least the defense is going to be, you know, at a pretty good level. And offensively, even if he's not a first, he's going to do the right things. He's going to battle. And he's going to set screens.
Set the screens.
No one sets screens on this team except for like Taj and Mook sometimes. You know, Randle, he tries to slip it too often. So
totally agree.
Getting good fundamentals. People really underrate how important fundamentals are.
True.
And a guy like Frank and a guy like Taj, at least being out there, means you get some solid fundamentals on the defensive side of the ball. You at least give yourself a chance starting off. And, you know, Fizz figures out a rotation. You know, Randle maybe gets a little bit better. RJ gets more comfortable. And you never know, man. You might see the team surprising a lot of people. But as we know with the Knicks,
I'm taking it one day at a time, brother. One day at a time, man. I was just enjoying this Friday night. I got a glass of whiskey with me right now. We're just going to enjoy ourselves into the weekend. And when Sunday comes, it's a whole nother ball game. Let me salute to some people in the chat. Salute to Carlos. He's team #new. Salute to Gotta Be Legend checking in from San Jose, Costa Rica. Alex Trotaros checking in from Boston. #new. We got Hard-Headed Child checking in from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Christoph, Albuquerque, New Mexico. All over the world, man. Salute to everybody, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. G-Money BK Original, he says #Philly. So I'm sure he's a Mook Morris fan. We got Andu Lazar checking in from Strasbourg, France. Frank's territory. So we got Frank's people in here, straight up locals.
Bonjour.
Yeah, bonjour, man. Big Reaper says #new. Oroku Saki, what's going on? Salute to everybody. We got Zebo1313 checking in from Anchorage, Alaska. Nice, man. You ever been to Alaska, bro?
Nah, my girl trying to get me to go though. But
nice.
Nah.
Yeah,
we're gonna go one of these days.
I never been, man. Zebo, what's it like? Are you guys in that extended daylight time right now? What's going on in Alaska, man? Let us know. Let us know, man. Who else we got in here? We got White Plains in here. Nicholas Valero, what's going on? All right, let's get back to the phones. We're going to go to Atlantic City. Joe wants to talk about Frank and the offense. Joe, how you feeling, bro?
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Yo, I just really like what I saw tonight. I know I called last time and I said I didn't see any leadership and I didn't see anybody just like stepping up and saying let's win this. But tonight, man, like Frank and Taj Gibson, man, the leadership I saw from them, that's why we won this game tonight.
Yep.
You know, that was good stuff.
Taj was solid.
And, you know, I know I
tonight,
could sound
man.
some like soft on the phone right now, just like saying like, oh, let's just be optimistic. But you know, tonight gave me a lot to be optimistic about. To be honest with you, I'm excited for the next game.
Okay.
So,
all right.
let's
Well,
just
Joe,
take it from here, man.
No doubt. Appreciate the call, Joe. Yeah, Joe. Listen, Joe called in with his optimism after Wednesday night meltdown in Detroit. You know me, I'm just taking it in for tonight. That's it.
Yeah, that's like you said, one game at a time.
One game at a time, man.
I love what he said. Just real quick about Taj and Frank is the Knicks have had knuckleheads for so long on this team.
Yeah.
Like, we've been a team of, like, knuckleheads going back to the mid-2000s. It's so good to feel like I'm looking at guys here that are professionals that want to do the right thing. You know, we talk about what the Knicks can hopefully be for the next decade, finally cleaning up our reputation. And it feels like we got the right kind of people here, at least the right mindset of what we want to do.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a process,
Just going to be a process, man. One game at a time. Appreciate the call, Joe. Let's go to LA, man. Let's go to the West Coast. My man Nick.
Oh, Nick, what's up?
Yeah,
man?
Nick, man, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on, Nick?
What
How
up,
you feeling,
fellas?
bro? How you feeling, bro? Talk to us, man.
Chilling.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I had to call, man. I've been watching the show. I'm good, bro. We got to win. We got a really good dub.
Yes, sir. Yo, if you're on speakerphone, give me a favor.
Prince.
Just take us off speakerphone if you're on speakerphone.
Nah, I'm not on speaker. I got my headset in.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, go ahead.
My bad. Yeah, man. French Prince showed out, though.
He did, man. Frank had a solid game, man.
They got to show that respect. RJ had an off night. This is probably his worst game of the year, though.
Yeah, 1 for 9 for RJ tonight. Hey, but there were still areas, 8 boards tonight, 4 dimes, and we've said that too. Like when RJ, even when we were watching him in summer league, he was doing the same thing. When his jumpers were off, he would assert himself in other ways, like get on the boards. He's still consistently in the top 5 of all rookies in every statistic, and rebounds is definitely one of them.
Very true. The scoring don't affect the other parts of his game. So I do like RJ that he brings it, even when the shot ain't falling or whatnot, or the free throws. Man, he works the Shaq from the free throw line.
True.
You got to get that boy some work.
Yeah, man. He's terrible. He's terrible.
My question is this, fellas. All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are we when Peyton and Dennis Smith is ready to come back? Do we think Frank is going to suffer because of them?
Well, right now, Terry, like I've been saying for the past few games, leave Peyton on ice. Peyton, to me, needs to be the emergency backup, and DSJ needs to come off the bench until he can prove that he can beat out Frank. Because the way Frank is playing, you can't – I don't think you can upset that. And I don't see why Peyton, to me – even yes, I understand. Like I said, I respect Peyton, but I want to see it between the young guys. I want to see this come down between Frank and DSJ. When DSJ comes back, bring him off the bench. Terry, what you think, bro?
100%. Listen, there've always been arguments to play Frank more. I've always been on that side of why isn't he playing. And I know a lot of people over the years, his haters have said, he doesn't deserve it. Why should we play him? Look at his percentages. But if you pull him here, this is just negligent to the asset he is right now. You have to let him rock. You have to let him rock until you have to let him play. Literally, he has to play out to me until it gets so bad, if it even ever gets there. It would have to get so bad for me to pull this from him. He's showing more right now than any of the point guards have shown. You go back to preseason, it was already arguable he was the best point guard in preseason. Peyton started off first game, had that crazy 5-steal game and played pretty well. But listen, you got to let this kid rock. He's bringing it on both ends. And sky's the limit. Because, listen, every game he's playing well, he's bringing out more random stuff. That step back tonight, come on. It might be shocking to see where he's going to be in, another 10 games at this rate.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. Frank could be like the ultimate utility guard, man. If he really, if they just let him play 30 minutes, give him 30 minutes, he always produces.
yank him and do that 3 minutes or 18 seconds.
The
crap that
18-second garbage,
Frank
man.
can't get a rhythm going. He needs time on the court.
Hey, I agree with you, man. Appreciate the call, brother. Hey, Terry, man. I told y'all who started the We Want Frank chants at the Garden opening night. Remember here first. It came from Knicks Fan TV. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Subscribe to the channel. That's what we do, man.
You spoke it into existence.
Spoke it into existence, man. Are we going to play defense out here? Or are we just going to have Kemba and all these guys run amok? Come on, man.
It's crazy because he makes such a difference in terms of just, people will look at Luka's stat line tonight. And Frank made that so much harder for him.
Mm-hmm.
People need to realize, man, it's not just about steals and blocks even. If you're annoying the offensive star so much,
altering
shots, just making him more uncomfortable. That's instead of letting him get in his bag where he's cooking, he comes into the fourth quarter feeling good, he closes the game out. That adds up. You know what I mean? That has value no matter how much you score. Not to mention Frank is doing that and covering like 3 other players on defense. You wonder, we keep bringing up, Mitch and Frank potentially. So much of our defensive IQ is so bad right now. You wonder in a better team how much more insane our defense could be. It's, good positive signs.
Yeah.
We spoke about this before the season. I know Alan Hahn, when he was on, spoke to you about this as well. Patience.
Yeah.
If you're looking at Frank, Knox, and Mitch, and looking at those 4 specifically, and Dennis Smith, we'll see what happens to him.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at those 4. Those guys are so young. In 5 years, those guys are all going to be 25 and 26. Let them rock. No, we don't need to rush this. This is what the rebuild is like. And the reason we all feel so amazing about Frank now is because we had to watch the struggles that he went through.
It's true.
It means more, you know what I mean, when it's your guys.
Yeah, well said. Well said, bro. Well said.
We've always wanted this. Mid-2000s, all we complain about is that we're not rebuilding. It's happening. The basketball gods got out of our own way, didn't even let us sign a star. They were like, nah, you're really going to rebuild. Watch.
Yeah.
So it's here.
Hey.
Let's do it.
I hear you, man. And my fault. I knocked down your volume a little bit, Terry. My fault. But basically what Terry was saying was that we got to have patience. Patience is what he was saying, man. My fault, man. I knocked down your volume. Little technical difficulties, but we'll be all right. Somebody in the chat said Portis is double-double. Can't sleep. 14 and 12 for Portis tonight. 5 for 15. Like I said, first half, I like what he gave us, man. He was tough. He took it to Porzingis. He did his best on defense. Obviously, the thing with KP, man, is that KD effect, man. When you're that tall and you elevate over a guy, there's no stopping him. I mean, I seen KP destroy Julius with a turnaround bank shot that was just impossible. It was impossible to guard.
Yeah, I mean, look, we saw the guy for 3 full seasons, or 2.5. We know what he's capable of.
Yeah.
KP, listen, like I said, it was actually good for me to feel like I don't care anymore. I feel like better after the game. It was good. I haven't even watched his games with Dallas, so yeah, look, he's a monster. That's what made him the unicorn and all this great stuff.
True.
For us, it was always about his durability. And like the way that relationship went, good. We moved on. We got a little French unicorn right now, being a unicorn at the point guard spot,
man. That's it, man. I mean, it would have been nice to see them all together, man, obviously. But, nothing more we can do but move on, man. Nothing more we can do but move on. So. And
listen, you never know. Right now, everyone's down on it because obviously DSJ and Luka being this good, honestly, likely means the picks we don't know where those are going to end up.
Mm-hmm.
But we never know. The NBA changed. Listen. 2 weeks ago, 3 months ago, imagine you tell someone Frank was going to try to dunk on Porzingis and he was going to have his best as a starting point guard. I'd be like,
Facts.
What?
Facts. There's somebody I wanted to hear from. He hasn't called the show in ages, man. He was a day one. I don't know if some of you guys remember, man, but Carlito is back. Carlito, man, what's good, bro? You finally remembered us, man.
Yo, what up?
I thought you forgot about us, man. Last time I spoke to you, you were talking about the Knicks needed to trade Tim Hardaway Jr. That's how long it's been, man.
Yeah, man. I work overnight, so it's hard to catch you guys. But I don't work on Friday, so I said let me tune in, man. And this was a good game. You know what I'm saying? Nostalgic, KP. First thing I want to get straight to it. We've been seeing this from Frank since his rookie season. I don't know why people are shocked. I don't know if you guys remember when Jeff Hornacek, when Frank, his rookie season, he had really, like, I don't know if you guys remember when the Knicks were doing pretty good. This is like right before KP got hurt. Frank is the glue guy that if he's playing with good players, the better talent around him, the more his game is going to, show. So that, when we were winning all those games in the Garden and we had like a over 500 record, Frank was showing all the things that he was showing right now. And then out of nowhere, Hornacek just stopped playing him. You guys should go back to his rookie season, look up Frank Ntilikina's highlights against the Lakers. Look up Frank Ntilikina highlights against Donovan Mitchell. Look up Frank Ntilikina. He's been doing this. And I thought, the organization, like the Knicks, the problem with Frank was that they kept playing him at a position that was not him. They kept trying to, put him in with other. No, he's a point guard.
Yeah.
This man is a point guard.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I think we'll see. I think but part of it, of course, I think, yes, the organization yo-yoed him too much. But Frank, also, let's be honest, man, he hasn't been consistent, man, with his play. You know what I mean? Defensively, we know he could bring, but offensively, sometimes he's just running away. It seemed like sometimes he was running the other way, Terry. Let's just be honest, man.
Well, listen, I definitely think...
Let's not front like they wasn't playing him at the 3.
Right.
Like last year, Fizdale tried to play Frank at the 3. He's not a 3 or a 2,
See, go ahead, Terry.
But
I think he could be the 2 or the 3 if he continues to play this way offensively. But what do you think, Terry?
I think he's definitely a backcourt guy. I'll say that. I think Fizz learned his lesson. I think Frank can play 3 in some lineups where you definitely want him on the wing, being that main wing guy. But honestly, I think you get the most out of him at the 1 or the 2. And with a guy like RJ, it makes perfect sense because RJ needs the ball. He's going to penetrate. You know what I mean? With another guy, it may not work as much. But with RJ, he can be your point, especially if he's defending.
With RJ, they could be positionless, basically.
Yeah, yep. Basically. And listen, that gives you 2 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" guys who can both switch on defense or both strong. Listen, that could be something. So Frank's got to prove it, but I'm glad he got to show it tonight. He finally put together a game where he showed everything on both ends, and I think we've been all waiting to see that. And great for him, man. He's only 21. Got mad time left,
21, man.
And I just want to say 2 more points, about the coaching situation. I know, I know you guys don't want to hear about Fizz and whatnot, but in all honestly, you look at, our assistant coach, I like Mike Miller. Like, let's say if we get rid of Fizz, I like Mike Miller to be our coach because, he's been with the organization with the Knicks G League for like 5 seasons. They had a positive record. He showed that, he could work with young talent. And he was a part of the Spurs branch. So I think, Mike Miller, a lot of people are just saying, oh, Mark Jackson. But I think, if the Knicks was to get rid of Fizz, I think I would like Mike Miller.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. It's not. I hear the Fizz talk. I just want to see this team play out. I just want to see how this thing plays out. Get some more talent in here next year, and just see what adjustments he makes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see what adjustments he makes. Let's see how he handles Peyton and DSJ coming back. Well, how does he rein in Julius? Can he get Julius to just slow the game down a little bit? Which more of the young guys are gonna continue to develop and play well? I think even in his limited minutes, I think Cat plays well. Let's see, can Fizz get him better on defense?
Yeah, that's gonna be big because Kevin is, early in the season he was showing a bit more, but now he's getting kind of destroyed on defense a lot. I think he's better now being active with his hands.
Yeah,
but like we said, you can't teach defense, man. It's just something about the way you understand basketball that it's hard to just think you're gonna just improve on it just by being in the NBA. But I definitely think Kevin could get a little bit better. I don't know if he'll ever be a good defender, but he can't be food the way he is now.
Some of these guys just have too much lapses, like Randle, Portis, and Knox. They get lost out there sometimes, man. And it's just it breaks down everything.
It really does. It's game breaking too, especially when I've seen the fourth quarter at times. Frank's playing great defense. Taj is playing great defense. They're doing so much work. Then one simple little switch is messed up by Randle, and he's watching a guy in the corner hit an open 3. and just going back up with court like nothing happened.
Yeah.
That's maybe I'll get a bucket this possession. That has nothing to do. You just missed the open guy on the perimeter.
True story.
That I want Fizz to really nail this down and get this in these guys' head that you have to defend to play on my team, right? And if you're having lapses like this, not getting back, you know what I mean, not really taking pride in that, you're not going to play. I know with Julius, I don't know how we're going to do that. That's a lot harder with him. Politics, him being the star, the optics of it, all that stuff. But if for us to be a great team, we're going to have to be a team that, calls each other out and holds each other accountable on defense. Simply just doing the right thing, making the right rotation, showing that effort, and not getting frustrated and getting in these battles with the refs over calls that probably that were right anyway because you're busy bumbling into everyone.
Oh God, man. Sometimes I just feel sorry for him, man. I'm just man, what is going on in Julius's head right now, man?
I know. He's gonna be fine, man. Randle's struggling big time right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, he looks like a fullback, but I think he's gonna be fine. Let him work out the kinks, and like you said, just take a breath.
Take a breath, because he can be a good player. He can help this team win games, man. He can pass it well. You saw a nice thread the needle. I think he had to Taj, I think.
Oh, I loved it.
Nice thread the needle to Taj. Like, Julius is very capable of that, but then on the next possession, he'll spin out of a double team, head towards the baseline, and have nowhere to go. Like, what are you doing, bro? You saw that play. I was about to break my TV, man.
Yo, Julius's handle is so weird at times. Like, it looks really solid for a big man, and then he'll be doing the most simple back down post move and just inexplicably lose the ball, and I have no idea what happened.
The ball will be in the third row. Like, yo, what just happened? What just happened, man?
Like, yo, you got Casper out here playing defense on him.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, Julius got to work on those butterfingers, man. There was a play late that just, like I said, almost threw the remote as well.
Threw it, man.
Man, yeah. But hopefully that's early days. He's working it through. These wins are going to help, too. That pressure was building. So let's just keep it going.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot of good film to watch about some of the mistakes you made as well.
True story, man. Once again on this reset, salute to everybody watching. This is Knicks Post Game Live, #1 post game show for the fans by the fans. CP from Knicks Fan TV. My man Terry and Trey checking in for Jay Ellis of the Knick of Time show. If you're a diehard Knicks fan who likes to talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and post game live discussion featuring live callers, smash that subscribe button below and the notification bell so you don't miss the next show. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys, and please share these videos. Very important to share these videos. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. If you want to support us for free, those are the 3 main ways to do so. Make sure you hit that thumbs up as soon as you get in. Make sure you share these videos, and make sure you subscribe. It's free to do all those things. Real quick, I just want to salute some more super chats. My man Taya Clay checking in from San Antonio. I was talking to Taya about the game today. He says his takeaways are: number 1, Mook being consistent; number 2, Frank's growing; number 3, offense looks solid; number 4, injuries are a blessing for Frank, which you touched on, Terry; number 5, Julius scares me with the turnovers; and number 6, he says he jumped the gun on Fizz. Well, for 6, like I said, is one night. We'll see what you guys think on Sunday about Fizz.
Listen, even with my worry with Fizz was 2 things. The load management thing worried me, not because of any argument about it either way, but he was so defiant about something that's rooted in science, and I was like, And we had a couple blowout losses where you kind of wondered, like, it's not that you thought he was losing the team, but you kind of wondered. I'm like, hey, how are these guys giving such little effort? But listen, so if you watch since the beginning, you've been seeing more and more things make sense in terms of his rotations, what he's doing on the court, who's playing where. So you just got to hope that as time goes on, they'll keep building, and we don't see what we saw last year. Because last year we felt like at times Fizz was building towards something, then he just scrapped it up, threw it away, and went with something totally new.
Gotta lock in on these rotations. Like I said, the point guard situation is gonna be the most intriguing as it unfolds over the next few weeks, and how the team maintains that chemistry and who they have it best with. Like I said, Frank has to get the first shot, and then I'm going DSJ, and I'm keeping Alfred as a safety valve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the phones. Kev from Maryland, what's going on, Kev?
CP, Terry.
What's up, man?
I'll get right into it. We have to be honest. Frank probably saved Fizz's job tonight. I know nobody want to think that, and CP, I know you don't want to jump the gun too early, but he can't keep playing around with that young man like that and not, like you said, give him the first shot. He's earned it. I'm sure all the defensive metrics numbers is way ahead in Frank's favor, and probably Mitch might lead and then Frank right behind it. Because without them, the rest of the team is like lost, man for man. If you're talking about defender for defender, it's Frank and Mitch, and then who else after them?
True. It's true.
Yeah.
And Morris, all credit, definitely. Mook plays solid defense. Mook is a solid defender. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Taj. I would put Taj up there as well.
Right. And Mook as well. And I swear, I know it's an old school thought, but they need an accountability job for the free throw shooting.
Yeah,
I mean, wasn't it just a few years ago they was in the top 5, and now they got to be like dead last?
Yeah, and they top 10 in attempts. You know what I mean? So they get into the line, they get in the calls, but you got to convert, man. It's
into
free.
the line, and I'm sure it cost them at least a game or two.
Yeah,
I mean, they've cost themselves a game or two for certain.
For sure.
For certain. So
for sure, man. Yeah,
that's all I wanted to add, fellas.
Appreciate it, Kev.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kev. Yeah,
man.
Terry, I don't know, man. What type of accountability, man? Maybe they got to send us a super chat. For every free throw miss, send a super chat to Knicks Fan TV post.
I tweeted out today, for every RJ missed free throw, I'm doing 10 push-ups, and every Randle turnover, I'm doing 10 sit-ups.
Okay.
So if I'm doing it, bro, guys, you guys got to figure something out. We can't, like I said, we're not skilled enough or talented enough to leave.
Can't get those up.
At the line.
Cannot get those up.
Especially RJ. RJ is going to be good in this league. He's going to be living at the free throw line.
Yeah.
You got to lock in. We got to, like the call just said, we were pretty good for a few years. I remember us always being mid-70s, high 70s even, I think.
This has been the worst I've seen it in a long time. This has been the worst I've clearly, without a doubt. This has been the worst I've seen this team shooting free throws, man. They got to correct that.
Yeah, so we got to fix this. You do that, take a step forward there. Things bit by bit. Listen, it's only game. What's this in we're 2-8 now?
Yep.
Yeah, so 10 games in.
10
you know what I mean? We got a long way to go in this season. So let's get those free throws under control.
True story.
We're gonna be in close games all year long. You know the Knicks.
Yeah, that's it, man. Salute to more super chats. Marcus, that guy Jones, sends us a super chat. He says Knox still can't miss from 3. 2 for 2 tonight from downtown. Kev with the catch and shoots, man. He's vastly improved from last year. Like I said with Kev, it's been about accuracy. It's been about efficiency on the offensive end. Defense just has to maintain. Shout out Richardson, $10 super chat. Appreciate you, And back to the phones, Terry. We got a weird caller calling in. He says he goes by the name of Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show, man. Jay Ellis.
Yeah.
What are you doing on the other side of this line right now, bro? What's happening, man? You always miss the W's, man.
Dude. Well, first of all, man, shout out to my girl for taking me out for my birthday, because she took me out to see Trevor Noah.
Okay.
He was hilarious, all right, first and foremost. Second of all, I didn't even see the game, but I just came to gloat. Because I know there was a lot of Frank haters out here who wanted him traded year one, and my man is out here doing it. I already know he played great defense, but I'm looking at the stats. I'm like, 4 for 5 from 3.
Yo, your man was balling. Your man was balling tonight, man. Your man was balling tonight, man. He wanted it.
In his bag.
That's it. That's it. Like, Fizz played him 38 minutes. It's like he's RJ now. He's the new RJ. Frank's new RJ. That's all I have to say.
38 minutes, man.
Frank is new RJ. That's it. Frank is new RJ. Congratulations to all the Knicks fans for enjoying this win, because we needed this win against KP and the Snake. So congratulations, Knicks fans, for this win. We enjoyed this W. Back to work on Sunday.
You even had
that's all I want to say.
Ari joined the Frank Ntilikina hive, man. You missing everything tonight, JL. So you missing all the major achievements, bro.
Nah.
You can't believe it.
No. Remember when I said 3 years for Frank Ntilikina? Remember I said 3 years for Frank Ntilikina to improve? 3 years ago. Okay, it's year 3, right? Actually, I said 4 because he got injured. So I was like, it's probably gonna be 4, but it's coming. It's coming. I'm coming to gloat. That's all. Enjoy the win, fellas. Thanks, Terry, for holding down. That's it. I'm out.
See you Sunday, man. Jay Ellis drops the mic on that note. Didn't even watch the game. Just wanted to talk.
Oh, man. Listen, when he sees that game, he's going to flip out because Frank was, you could even say he was better than the box score in terms of his impact. So he's gonna have fun watching that game. I noticed he was 4 for 5. I think the 3 was in and out too. It was like dead on.
Yes.
So
it was.
That jumper, we've seen that jumper from the jump. No pun intended. It always looked legit. And you just wondered whether it's him overthinking or the confidence.
True story.
Now we're seeing him put it together. He didn't have to rework form. It's not like this overhaul the way you see like Dennis Smith or Ben Simmons or some of these guys.
Yeah, it's there.
It was always fine.
He's got to keep taking them. Keep shooting it.
He's not even thinking about it now, which is good. He just got to keep the accuracy up. And listen, it always felt once he gets confident, the sky's the limit. So we'll see how he builds on this. We never get to see Frank have a big game like this and then just keep starting and playing. So it'll be great to see how he takes this and team rallies around him and he keeps bringing it on defense. And
yes, sir.
Let's get some wins.
Yeah, man. Shout out JL. Shout out everybody in the chat watching right now. We got over 1,100 watching on Knicks Fan TV, YouTube. Salute to you guys once again. Everybody watching on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook as well. I want to shout out Link Hayes checking in. He's team #new checking in from Hawaii. So shout out to Link. Shout out Joseph Figueroa, all the mods in here. TM, Keith Sinclair, Above the Rim. We're going to get to you next. Tack checking in from Hawaii. My man Knicks Fan TV, Dave, man in the phones. Ari Michael Ntilikina, welcome to the Frank Hive. Welcome to the Ntilikina Hive, Ari. Scott Lyon says, what kind of whiskey you drinking? I'm not going to tell you because they're not paying me for this endorsement, but it's good. I'll tell you it's very good, and it's a 12-year. That's what I'll tell you, man. Stafford Don checking in from Fort Lauderdale. Salute to you. I also want to shout out Sam P. Sent us a £5 super chat. So Sam P's checking in somewhere in the UK, late night UK. So he or she is happy about the win. So salute to everybody in the chat, man. All right, let's go back to the phones. Let's go to where's Nate? I don't know if Nate's still here. Here he is. Nate from Rochester. What's going on, Nate?
Yo.
How you feeling, man?
What's good, guys?
Good,
What's
man.
Up, man?
I feel great.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yo, do you remember what? Do you remember what I said the last call about how just Fizdale needs to trust Frank more and how he's taking steps forward and how he has to play with Taj Gibson? Remember that?
Yeah, he did. He did call it. He did call it just Wednesday night.
Everything I said, everything I said is like the signs have always been there. I said, yo, the free throw shooting, that's always been consistent about him. He's always been a good free throw shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Before he was scouted, he was a jump shooter coming into the draft, and then for some reason it went away. Everything that happens with Frank is between the ears. Like the confidence, man. I'm so flustered right now. I'm just so happy.
Hey, it's Ntilikina Hive's night tonight, man. What else can you say? Go ahead, Nate. Go ahead, bro.
It's not even the offensive thing, bro. On defense, he was looking like LeBron with the chase down blocks. That wasn't even the first. He's had
chase down on Timmy was beautiful. The chase down on Timmy was beautiful.
Multiple blocks in like each game so far. Man, I'm gonna let you get somebody else because I can't talk right now. I'm just.
Nate is speechless.
This is great. This is a great day.
Nate is speechless. All right, Above the Rim, one of the mods in here. What's going on, bro?
Yeah. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Good, man. Good. Great birthday gift for Jay Ellis. And fellas, I'm gonna say I don't trust Ari yet. I do not trust Ari. He's gonna switch. the first bad game that Frank has. I'll give him a 1-day unlimited Metro pass. That's it.
Ari Above the Rim said your days are numbered, man. Your days are numbered. He's got a temporary pass to the Ntilikina Hive tonight, no doubt.
No, but it was a good win. I'm not shocked by Frank. Frank is a rhythm player, man. Like he needs to play RJ minutes, and he makes such an impact. Fizz is gonna have to force Frank to play those minutes and shoot. I don't know if Fizz is going to mess up the chemistry when DSJ and Peyton comes back, but we all know Fizz. I'm still not high on Fizz. I still want Fizz out. I got to be at the game next Thursday. I was kind of depressed this week. This game just lifted me up a little bit.
I'll be there. Terry, you going to be there too, right?
We'll see what Fizz can do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
yeah,
Are you going to the game?
Yeah. Glad you mentioned it, man. Anybody going to the game next Thursday? Two things. Yeah, two things. Let me go to Knicks Film School's page so I can bring up the flyer, matter of fact. Let me go to Posting and Toasting. Probably got it. So we're doing two things for anybody in the area. If you're in the area and you're not going to the game, we're going to be at Penn 6. That's on 31st Street, 132 West 31st Street. We're going to be at Penn 6 from 7 o'clock. And, same, everybody's going to be there. Knicks Film School, Macri, Posting and Toasting guys, Alex Wolf. You got Hard Knicks Life, Locked on Knicks. The whole family's going to be there. Me and Terry will be at the game. If you guys are going to be at the game, we'll figure out a meetup. I'll make an announcement. We'll meet up somewhere, either inside or something, and link up either before or after the game or both, and then head back to Penn 6 for the after party. Hopefully, we win.
That sounds good. Cool,
yeah, man.
Cool.
All right, bro. See you then, bro. But yeah, we'll shoot some more announcements as the time comes. Cause Terry, you going to the game, right?
Yeah, listen. I've been ready for that game. I'm even more ready now.
Yeah, even more ready now, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Whew. Let's get this season back on track. You know what I mean? Really solid win tonight. We got a tough schedule. We got an easy schedule coming up. Then it gets really hard. So let's get some confidence off of this. One thing I thought before the season is with so much depth, we should be able to run teams off the court by putting out 10 guys every night that's playing. Crazy hard. So I want to see. This isn't the team. The team is now coming together with these guys coming back. And it's going to be interesting because, Frank's playing 38 minutes of, incredible, literally second team at least, all NBA defense. I don't expect Frank to keep playing 38 minutes, but I'm like, if his defense is this good, it's going to be hard to even have guys to be honest, Dennis Smith, even at his best, is not really a great defender, a good defender.
Yeah, he tries, but it's not. He's another guy that gets lost. He's another guy that gets lost. He gets lost.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the instincts. He's not going to fight off screens. And even if he just did his job, what Frank is doing on defense is way more than his job.
You need that in there. You need.
It's going to be interesting to see how Fizz figures it out with what we need. But we have the parts for everything. So I hope Fizz can lock something down that makes sense. But listen, Frank earned it. Frank earned it, man. You got to give props to him. He fought through a lot. He's been fighting. He's fought through a lot since he's been here, and he kept coming back.
Earned it. Earned it, man. Shout out my guy Justin Areola. Yep. He says, I think he's referring to the game. Shout out Justin. What's going on? He was there with us in the suite for opening night, so I think he'll be at the game. So Justin, make sure you pull up. Shout out to Stro Swift, number 10. Who in YouTube or any social media do you know makes a screen name after Stromile Swift?
I was about to say, Stromile Swift. I'll go to my grave with this. Before his time, that guy would have been a rim running 5 in the league today. He would have loved him.
The Stromile Swift, man. That was my guy, bro. That was my guy. LSU's own, man. Absolutely. Somebody else had an interesting comment I saw in the chat. Somebody said how Bruce David said Mike and Wiley were laughing at Julius Randle spin moves and turnovers. Wiley's getting better at the color commentary, man.
Yeah, he is. He was getting into it.
Yeah, Wiley's getting
tonight. I was like, I'm hearing Wiley give Frank props. I'm like, okay.
Facts.
He's getting comfortable. Clyde isn't going to do as many games.
Yeah, Clyde tapped out early, man. Usually Clyde waits until later on before he takes a sub, but Clyde is out early, man. He's not with all the losing. Clyde was like, man, forget this. I'm going to St. Croix. Quick.
I'm going to the vacation house. Quick. Listen, we got to give Clyde and Mike Green one winning season, man. Legit, real, serious contender. Let's go deep in the playoffs. They deserve it.
Yeah.
But Wally's growing into that role. He's not reminding us he played in the league every second as he's grown.
Facts.
So shout out to my guy Wally, man. like the team and the coach and the players he's developing too.
Somebody said Clyde is on load. Carlos Martinez from Australia. He said Clyde is on load management. Jay Ellis too, man. Everybody's taking this load management thing to way too far, man. Way too far. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. It's funny. Definitely funny. All right, let's go back to the phones and take a couple more calls. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. To my mods, where are we at with the likes, man? How many likes do we got tonight? Let's go to T from Brooklyn. He's up next. T, what's going on, man? Hello? Yo.
Gentlemen.
Yo, how you feeling, man?
How are y'all tonight?
Good, man. How you feeling?
Good.
All right, T, call back, man. I'm not sure what was going on with that. Kingsley from Middletown, what's going on? Wants to talk about Frank. Everybody wants to talk about Frank, bro. Kingsley, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's up, man? First time, long time.
Appreciate it, man. How you doing?
Let me just say, at this point, like, I don't really want to talk about Frank. I just got one request. Just play his French national anthem one time. Don't really care when and now, whatever. Doesn't matter. But let's talk about the few turnovers we had, because that was like a solid change.
Yeah.
Like most of the time it's been a mess. But like, you know, it was nice to see that we went out there, cleaned it up. I mean, Julius not so much, but that happens. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about real quick? Oh yeah, and I mean, this team is just made of a bunch of 2Bs out there. It's not a bunch of 1As. So we need to, you know, operate like that. Just, you know,
yeah. I mean, I think what
let everybody shoot.
Yeah, I agree with you, and appreciate the call, man. You know, I think what, you know, Clyde and Wally made a good point on the telecast, and they were saying there may not be a go-to guy every night. You know, one guy that you go to, Terry. You know, we have to continue to stress team ball, and it could be anybody on any given night, and the force feeding of Julius in the beginning was really hurting us because it was putting a lot of pressure on him, and that was causing a lot of turnovers and just a lot of terrible play, and the lack of point guard was certainly exacerbating the issue. I think this team has got to be by committee. I definitely agree with them on that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think even in a way how Frank is playing point guard, at least for us, is even facilitating that, because he's not a ball-dominant guy. The ball is just moving a lot more. Even if it's not perfect, it's at least the attempt is there. You can at least see this year they're really emphasizing ball movement. I think that's also why Zoe has not been getting minutes. So, you know, we talk about Fizz and really wanting to see him commit to things and lock things in and say, this is who we are and this is where I want to be. We're seeing steps in that direction. We got to see it keep up. I think, and like I said, I think Frank, how he plays point guard will change the more confident he gets. And I want to see a point, hopefully, in the season where the guys on the court, I think they're getting there, but even a guy like Julius is willing to give him the ball in the clutch to bring it up, because he knows what Frank is going to do is probably going to be better. Even though, to be honest, right now it's probably better than the triple spin into a turnover. But, you know, trust, chemistry, this stuff takes time.
Yeah, you're right.
This kind of win, you know, when you look over Julius, you look over at the kind of game Frank had tonight. Maybe next time down you're giving him the ball, because you're like, all right, I see you. So Agreed. You gotta crawl. We gotta crawl before you walk. Sometimes.
Crawl before we walk. Crawl before we walk, man. A couple more comments in the chat. I want to salute to everybody in the chat once again, man. Somebody said Fizz did a good job in managing the timeouts. I thought he did. Do a good job. Smokestack said that. I thought he did do a good job in calling the timeouts when Dallas would go on a run. Yep. But also give credit to the team for also just keeping them at bay. You know, every time they would come back, the Knicks would come back with a clutch bucket. You know, they were doing the same thing in the Detroit game, all credit. But it was just that the flagrant foul on Randle turned the whole game around. That was a knockout punch. With that it was like a 6-point swing.
Yeah, that killed that game.
It killed the game. Killed the game. And tonight, I think they did the same thing, man. They kept fighting. You know, every time Dallas or Porzingis or Luka would come back with something, you know, the Knicks would come back right back. So, you know, give credit to the team for showing some resiliency on the road. I thought that was real cool.
Yeah, and listen, I'll be honest, too. We made some really tough shots. You know, we hit 50% from deep. I think we were 14 for 28. So that's not sustainable. We're not going to
No.
hit 50% every game.
No.
We're not going to hit contested shots like we did tonight. But I've always felt with this team, even when, it was a lot of individual moments, maybe pushing us over the top, I've always felt like as we get more comfortable, we will see easier shots. We will see things that are more sustainable and not just talent taking us through. Guys are going to know where to be. And listen, Mitch not being there is massive. That's we can literally go from like a top 10 rim protection team to literally bottom 5 when he's not there. Like the swing, the variance is insane. So having him there means a guy like Randle, his mess ups aren't going to be, are not going to lead to as many faults, as many points for the other team because Mitch can cover. So there's something brewing here. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying this. Fizz, commit. This is the year to commit. One thing that's good about it this year is Fizz has to win. He has to win. So even if it's something he doesn't like, he's forced to do it just simply because he's got to put some dubs on the board.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. Somebody in the chat had asked if Taj and Knox were beefing tonight. No, I didn't see that. I think Taj was just trying to get these guys together once. There were some defensive breakdowns in that third quarter, early fourth quarter. And I think Taj was just trying to rally the troops. I didn't really see any type of animosity or any beef like that. I think Taj was just trying to get these guys in order. So I didn't see anything wrong with that. I didn't have any issues. I thought Taj's leadership was much needed, especially when those breakdowns occurred in the third. And offensively, his contributions were vastly underrated in terms of the screens he was setting up, just being in the right position. And just, holding himself accountable, knocking down those open shots when he got the opportunity. So definitely Taj's best game, bro.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when Taj got signed, like I said before, some people were trashing him. I spent a lot of time doing some video research on him. And I'm watching him in Minnesota. And obviously we all know Taj from the years with the Bulls. He's been solid forever. I'm watching him with Cat in Minnesota. And what struck me was he was always making the right play. Always in the right spot. Always seemed to just be doing the smart thing that the team needed at that time. Guys like that need minutes. There are going to be nights when Bobby's really cooking, like that Chicago game, where you got to run with it because some guy's on fire. And then there's other moments where you just need solid play. And, the Knicks have a roster where hopefully Fizz does have all these parts. So I want him, you got to figure out how to use them, when to use them. And tonight, great stroke by putting, having Taj be the starting center tonight made a lot of sense. It may not make sense every game, but we'll see. To me, I think you definitely rock with this lineup until we, for the foreseeable future. You got an easy game coming up against, easy. It's the Knicks.
Yeah, right. Correction.
Let's see these guys build some more chemistry because you can say definitely that Frank, Morris, RJ, and Randle group, because those four have been consistent at least the last few games. You can see it getting a lot better out there on offense between those guys.
Yeah, I agree, man. Good points. Yeah. All right, a couple more before we wrap up. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Let's go to Shaolin. Let's go to Quest from Shaolin. Wants to talk about the overall team. Quest, how you feeling, bro?
Hey, guys. Feeling good. This was a good win tonight for us. Long-time Knicks fan, you know what I'm saying? Been a Knicks fan since, 98. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 32, so you know what I mean. But watch this Knicks grow, and I see where they're going. Fizdale wasn't my original pick as coach, but I'm going to continue to give him a chance. I think he needs to define the roles for these young guys. The team overall has a lot of potential from what I've been seeing, coming from early 2000 days of them being really bad. I think they can really be like one of those, like maybe like the 04 Piston team where there's no defined star, but everyone just contributes.
Man. I hear you, Quest. I hear you, man. But we got to appreciate the call, man. We got to temper expectations straight. Terry. Now we talking about 04 championship Pistons. I mean, listen, I would love to have that.
Hey, I'll say this. Hey, Perry built that team.
Yeah, he did, man. But listen, we're a long way from that. Let's just win on Sunday. Now we can worry about 04 Pistons after Sunday, man. Let's just win on Sunday, man. But appreciate the call, Quest. I appreciate that, man. All right, we're gonna take 2 more before we flex. Anthony from Queens, what's going on, man? How you feeling, bro?
Yo, what's up, bro?
How you doing?
Yo, man, good win tonight. Good win tonight. I'm doing well. How about yourself, man?
Good, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, great win tonight, man. A couple things I wanted to say. Frank, I felt like, well, first of all, his aggressiveness was phenomenal. I love that. He tried to dunk on KP. I mean, he didn't really get close, but just that aggressiveness, we've never seen him do that before. I believe that that pick and pop option, having Taj at the center, opens up his game a little bit as opposed to Mitch. I think that Mitch needs to start taking those shots that he was telling us about.
Mitch has to start taking those.
He needs to start taking a couple of those.
Excellent point. I agree with you 100%.
Right.
Mitch has to take
taking
those,
a couple of those.
Yeah.
Right. Julius Randle finally started taking shots because there was a time when he's trying to post up from the 3-point line because he wasn't shooting the ball well, and it was messing up the flow of the offense.
Jeez.
And he shot a good percentage tonight from 3. KP looked awesome. I wish he was still a Knick, but he didn't want us no more. It's okay.
He did.
I appreciated Fizdale going back to ISO Zoe and Dobson for a little bit. They gave us a little punch in the second quarter. But that free throw shooting, man, that needs to change if we're going to have any type of consistency in winning. We can't be shooting the free throws. This should have been a blowout if we were a 75% free throw shooting team. It would have been a blowout.
True.
This is, this is ridiculous how bad we shoot free throws. And one more thing. Portis is thick as a bowl of grits, and I think they need to start taking him out, in certain matchups because they're switching everything.
Yeah.
And he can't guard any perimeter player. Yeah. He was getting killed. I was like, they should have put Taj Gibson back in the game because Luka was just doing whatever he wanted with Portis. So,
true story, man. Appreciate the call, man.
I'm happy to get a win, man.
Me too. Same here, bro. Definitely happy to get a win. As I told you guys, man, but me and Bobby, we're gonna have a love-hate relationship all year, man. He's just gonna be that Knick. We always have that one type of player, Terry. That's always just like you just want to scream at the TV. But one night, it's a Tim Thomas player. You know what I mean? It's a J.R. Smith. It's it's that guy that one night he just looks like the best thing since sliced bread, and then watch what happens Sunday night. You watch what happens Sunday night.
I got a good throwback in terms of the annoying guys who you love and hate.
Yeah.
Al Harrington.
Thank you. Al Harrington gets buckets.
Right, but exactly.
I miss Gus Johnson too, man. We need to bring Gus Johnson back. Kevin Harlan totally stole his swag, but that I went off the deep end. Forget that. I digressed. But Gus is my guy.
Yeah, we just gotta. What I want to see Fizz do is when he recognizes that, because the caller was right. Kemba was killing him off switches. Yeah,
so they smelled blood. As soon as he came in, they were destroying him in that Celtic game.
Yeah, they were hitting him like Ennis Cantor and pick and roll. So if that's gonna be a thing, Fizz gotta see it, nip it in the bud when it's happening. Especially with Mitch back, that just shortens that rotation. If you gotta play Taj and Mitch some nights, but I think Portis will always get off the bench because we'll always need some of that stretch shooting at the 4 or 5. So he'll get minutes regardless, but hopefully, maybe you have him switching, but Mitch is back there. So at least someone's going to get there to the rim. So we're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah. Well, like I said, at least I give Fizz credit for at least saying that he wants to keep him on the bench. That's what I got out of his pregame comments, which I'm happy with because that's why I feel like he fits. He can't be a starter based on how his up and down play. And he wants to shoot it. He's going to shoot it more than he passes it. So
definitely.
That's it, man.
Definitely.
With Bobby, it's just going to be what the matchup gives us, man. But tonight he was good. Tonight I think he gave us more good than bad. I saw some of the mods throwing Terry's channel up in the Nick of Time show. Throw it in my chat as well. Please throw Terry's channel on in the chat. Make sure you guys support. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Terry and Trey show. Terry does excellent work, excellent video breakdowns. He's an excellent editor. Love his work and just love his analysis, man. Yeah, and Trey, shout out to Trey, man. They have a great team, a great channel, and it's just part of our network, part of our family, man. We love to collaborate with them, and so make sure you guys go out and support. Sunday night we got CK2K coming through for the Knicks versus Cleveland game. Terry, you going to the game?
I know what I am. I was during the season when we start up, I usually pick games to sell. just because it's hard to make it to them. I had that one pegged as one to sell, but now I'm like, let's go see. Let's go see. Hopefully, let's see this team get some momentum. I'm excited to cheer on the boys back at the Garden. Dennis Smith coming back. We're going to give this
should be a good one.
All the love he needs. So should be definitely an exciting one, definitely a winnable game. So I want to see us bring that same intensity. They came out tonight knowing they needed a win. You could feel it. So let's bring that back to the Garden where we've been getting killed at the Garden.
Yeah, let's protect home court, man.
Yeah, let's protect the Garden.
Protect home court. Bocce 302, appreciate it, Bocce, appreciate it. Okay, last call of the night, the closer. We're going to go to Florida. He or she goes by the name of the Knicks fan from Florida. Wants to talk about Frank's game tonight. You're the closer tonight, man, so make it good, man. How you feeling, man?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
How you doing, bro?
Knicks fan, old school head. Since the 70s.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Wait, which 70s? Championship 70s or after the championship 70s?
Championship 70s.
Oh, he's an OG, Terry.
Ray,
respect him.
I'm talking Clyde. I'm going old school. Ray
Williams,
so
how old are you? How old were you when they won the championship?
Ray.
How old were you when they won the championship?
Oh, shoot. I was in freaking 7th grade, man.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's an OG, Terry. Respect him. Respect him. Yeah, no doubt, bro. Okay.
Old school.
Okay.
Look. Yeah. Hey. Look, I watched the game.
Yeah.
Frank is the starter for the Knicks, okay? At point guard, okay? He played defense. Defense wins championship, okay? If you look at the game, I'm watching a replay right now.
Mm-hmm.
He in the right spots in every position, and he makes play. Okay? Now, we keep Frank as a starter at point guard, and call me crazy, but I think ISO Zoe can be the 2. Okay? And then we have Marcus at the 4, and we have RJ at the 3. We figure out the center because Randle is suspect. He shook every time he go to the hole. He be dropping the ball. Okay,
he's a liability out there. OG, he's a liability out there, man.
From an OG,
he is a liability out there.
Yeah, you're right. Listen.
Okay.
Yep.
he has no reason dribbling the ball coming down the court. Give it to the point guard. Frank will settle stuff down. Okay. Frank will settle it down and make the right plays. He'll give up the ball before he take a shot. Okay? I like the game I saw tonight, and I'm happy that Frank is playing finally, that Fizz let him play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And we won the game because of Frank. And we all hyped up on Frank and everything tonight and whatnot. You know, he a good ball player, and I'm going to give credit to Phil Jackson for drafting him. Y'all may hate me, but he a good ball player. Okay?
Okay.
Y'all hear me? Y'all ain't hear me?
Loud and clear, man. loud and clear, OG, man. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call, man.
Right.
Hey. Right. Well, I think the bottom line, from what he's saying in terms of Julius, is that, how much rope is Fizz gonna give Julius, man? It's gonna be interesting to see how as the season plays out. Does he make a move? Does he do as OG says? Does he go to Knox at the 2, slide everybody down? Do you go not Knox, ISO at the 2, slide everybody down? Do you go with Knox at the 3, move Mook to the 4? How do you handle it? What do you think?
Listen, I know it's not going to happen because their personalities, there's optics.
Yeah, there's everything. It's politics. It's too much politics. He's not coming off the bench. Yeah.
But if you're keeping it a buck, right? You can't. There's a pretty good argument that maybe Frank, Dot, RJ, Mook, Mitch is just a better lineup, and Julius off the bench destroying backup bigs would actually be better for this.
Maybe throw him off a second unit and let him eat.
Yeah. Because I think Julius could put up 20 and 10 on backup bigs.
Yes.
He would screw up game plans so much because after you took out your main 4 and 5, Julius Randle is going to destroy whoever your bench guy is. You're going to have to, as the opposing team, you're going to have to figure out lineups to stagger guys, and it really would mess you up. But listen, let's keep it real. He's not getting benched. He's going to
No. He's never getting benched, no.
They invested money in him. He's supposed to be the guy. I think he's got to hold out hope it gets better. I think it will, because I think, like we said, Julius is a smart guy. Even if he makes dumb decisions, he wants to pass. He has decent vision. He just got to pick and choose his spots better overall. But I'm not worried about Julius long term just yet. But the Butterfingers, man, that's not even play calling. You're just like out here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but it's like, we're 8 games in already, man. What are we? 8 or 9 games? Or are we 10 games in?
Yeah,
around there. But it's like, where is the coach? Like, I don't understand. Game in and game out, this guy's trying to, like my man who just called in said, he's trying to post up from the 3-point line with triple spin moves. Let me spin off the double team, go out of bounds onto the baseline.
I have to admit, man, it is funny watching Julius struggle. It actually feels like just a big Shacked in a Fool compilation.
It's one big Shacked in a Fool going on out here, man.
Some of the stuff he's doing, I'm tearing up, bro. Some of the stuff he's doing out there at times, it's so bad I can't even it's not even me being angry.
I can't deal with it.
It's just like, oh God, no. I think, listen, Julius getting the ball, I'm literally putting my hand to my head like this sometimes.
Yes.
I'm just praying for the best. Sometimes it like happens to be a spin jumper that he hits, or he got to the rack. Other times, like you said, it's the patented triple spin.
The triple
into the
spin.
Oh, God. Yo, it's funny, man. A little bit of comic relief, at least, if we're being bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Well, on that note, man, great show, my dude. Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Always a good time, man. Always a good conversation with you. I'm going to throw it over to your screen. Go ahead and sign out and let everybody know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, definitely. NYK, Terry, and Trey. I'm going to drop my post game for this right after this. We do videos. We do fun stuff. We're on Twitter. I tweet all the time. You go to the games with season ticket holders. So you know what it is. Thanks to everyone who's been supporting us so far. We're close to 4,000 subscribers. So shout out to everybody out there.
Yes, sir. Good stuff, my dude. Let me switch it over to me. And, hey, salute to everybody watching, man. This was, it's a good win. Like I said, they don't come too often. So it's always good to celebrate and to have a good conversation with you guys, man. Remember, this show is available in audio podcast format. Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Amazon Alexa, all on the Knicks Fan TV. All the links are in the bio. Please support us. Share these videos. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel. And be sure to send a super chat if you want to donate to the show. As I said, this is a grassroots movement that we're building. A show for the fans, by the fans, that you all can enjoy. Something that you're not going to get anywhere else. You're going to get post-game live analysis, great guests, great collaborations. You're going to get Knicks beat writers. You're going to get players, former players, and so on and so forth. And we're just going to continue to build this as a grassroots movement for the fans, by the fans. So please, please donate and support us. You can do it by Super Chat. We also have PayPal and Cash App links in the video description as well. So feel free to donate. Once again, hit that thumbs up before you guys leave. Let me shout out a couple people, and Terry, please shout out some as well, man. Let me shout out Chuck C. Appreciate it, Chuck C. My man Bocce 302, James Sanchez, Smokestack over there getting right, man. Appreciate you, Smokestack. Joshua Figueroa, John Talento, he's always the first one in here, man. John Talento, always got to give you credit. Dr. Carpy checking in from Canada. Appreciate you, Dr. Carpy, Keith Sinclair, all the mods, TM, Dave, Above the Rim, thanks for calling in. The Shells, thank you, the Shells, who just subscribed, man. Steve Rodriguez, welcome to the channel, Steve Rodriguez. Terry, who you want to shout out, man?
Shout out to, I saw my man Angel was in here earlier. Shout out to him. He helps us do a lot of our videos sometimes.
Nice.
So.
Ken Jiffy, appreciate it, man. Was Angel the one that came to the meet and greet?
Yes, that's Angel.
Oh, shout out Angel, man. Shout out Angel. Yeah. Man. He's a cool dude. Real cool.
My man, yeah. So listen, Knicks, it's a family, baby. Everywhere we go, we meet. It's something about this community. That's something you're provided with these shows. Thanks for having me on, like I said. But you could come in the chat, talk about a good win like this and be happy. It's a good night. Finally, Friday night Knicks being good for once. I think we could all get behind that.
A good Friday night Knicks, man. We've been losing all of them, so it's good to get back on track. It's good to get back on track, man. So next game, Sunday against the Cavs. Can we make it 2 in a row? Let's go on a win streak, man. Appreciate the support. We'll see you guys 10 p.m. Knicks Fan TV. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you Sunday night. Peace.